Thursday night baseball set to come your way from Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the American League's Houston Astros and the Tampa Bay Rays. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one. It's one of baseball's hardest. Striding in for Houston, Victor Kang. He's currently 9th in the American League batting race entering play. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. Archer playing here in his age 29 season. He was a 5th-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2006.
I know a lot of people weren't sure what this guy was going to become, but he has blossomed into one of the superstars in the game. What an absolute steal coming out of the middle rounds.
1-2 now.
You know, when you're facing a top-of-the-line pitcher like this, he's going to be down around the knees like that more often than not. The key is punishing whatever mistakes he makes, but so far he hasn't made many.
A little bouncer. 2 out, nobody on. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over. Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one.
Kevin Kiermaier. Hey, let's roll 2-ball here. Let's go.
Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, but it's not in time, and the inning will continue. Now at the plate, Victor Kang. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's set, and the pitch. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. A ball and a strike to count to the Astros first baseman. Marisnick over at second. Hernandez on at first with 2 down.
Get your pitch. Hey, get your pitch up there, huh?
Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2.
Move it right here one time, kid.
Two and 2 count. Here it comes. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Kiermaier's got a read on it. And that's the 3rd out. Now batting, Victor Kang. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Line to the right side. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Look at him jump all over that first pitch, using aggression to get himself a knock through the right side.
Digging in the switch hitter, Pablo Sandoval. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Now a throw over to first and a dive, but he's back in there. Hits are even at 7 apiece.
Hey, get a good one.
And now a swing and a miss by Sandoval as he set down 2 away.
Well, this has been a completely different performance from the offense that we saw yesterday. They were looking like the 27 Yankees 24 hours ago, but they've been held in check so far in this one. That's kind of how baseball goes, though.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends. Digging in and looking for more, Victor Kang. He singled his last time up.
Wait for your pitch right here. Let's get your pitch.
From the stretch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Hernandez at 3rd with 2 away.
Hey, one pitch right here. On out. Let it rip right here.
Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
This is a big out to get right here. This is their best hitter. He's a great hitter, and he's a guy that kind of spark plug. He gets this team going. So if I'm on the mound right now, you really want to try to get this guy out to hopefully keep them from getting a potential big inning started.
All right, one side right here.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch to 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, get the pitch right now.
Swing and oh my, hit him with the high, and that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, number 25 for him on the year, and with that it's now a 6-3 ball game.
Yeah, and that's what you call a dream scenario or an absolute nightmare, depending on your viewpoint. A power pitcher on the bump and a power hitter at the plate. A plus B equals see you later. It's simple math, folks. Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this is a good win for this team.
And tonight's comes to an end, 6-3 the final. Afternoon baseball now from the Gulf Coast of Florida. Tropicana Field here in St. Pete. Today, the 3rd and final game in this 3-game series between the American League's Houston Astros and the Tampa Bay Rays. 2 of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Alex Cobb, a Massachusetts-born right-hander, will get the start in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, man, we're going to look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
First delivery to him on the way. Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, however, strike 1. And guys, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Hey, Matty V, we're taking a look at a team right here, D-Row. Through 5 games of this homestand, they're 3-2. I know they were expecting more, but they'd like to win this one here today and get that up to 4-2 on this homestand.
Yeah, this is an important one right here. You don't want to go 500 first 6 games, especially at home. On the road, you can deal with it. At home, this is a must-win.
Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the 2nd. So coming to the plate, Victor Kang. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the 3rd. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come up with it, and 2 runners advance. Now,
meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And the runner from second is in to score. It's a 2-0 ball game.
hey, this one's a long way from being over, D-Roll, but that big base hit right there gives him a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Dan, without question right there. Huge at bat. Gives his team the lead. Hopefully the pitcher's able to settle down now. He's got some runs on his back, and he's able to go out and execute.
Kang is off of first with 2 away. And again a throw, and he'll get back in safely. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. So Tampa's batting order turns over and set to go. Kevin Kiermaier, 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Hey, we got one.
Bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And he'll take this over to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner moves into scoring position at second. So stepping in, Victor Kang. He drove home 2 with a single in his last plate appearance. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
See it, drive it. Let's go. Right here.
Lined hard toward right center. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Oh, and the highlight reel catch there, no doubt. He laid out to sacrifice his body, brought it in, and secured it all the way to the ground. You know his pitcher.
Coming to the plate now, Victor Kang.
Victor Kang.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
And this is chopped foul at the plate. He's in the hole now, down 0-2.
Hey, let it fly right here.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone. Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least, it helps set up your off-speed stuff.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 1-2. Flipped out the other way towards short. And an easy play out there as this is taken for the second out. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Yunel Escobar. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing. Matt, you're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
You can't ask for anything more than getting a leadoff man on right there. It brings the go-ahead run to the plate. He's in position to do some damage. It'll be interesting to see how the manager plays this one.
It's sharply on the ground. Correa fields it cleanly. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Pitching and defense game 2-1, the final score this afternoon. The Stros led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Edinson Volquez. Now from the Lone Star State in Houston, Texas, nighttime baseball. Mike Fiers gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, looking at the numbers, you can see this guy had an ERA over 4 last season. He'd like to do a lot better than that. He's got to do a much better job of keeping base runners off the bases. Cut the walks down and try to limit the hits per 9 innings pitched.
And a base hit, and that's going to chase in the run from third. The Astros are off to a 1-0 lead.
Hey, you never know when the turning point's going to come. It could be your number right there. Just an excellent job. 2-out RBI. I know it's early, but clutch hitting is not just for the late innings.
At the plate, George Springer. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away.
Come on, big guy, get
The 3-2 pitch. And he misses, ball 4.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Settling in now, Pablo Sandoval. And Houston looking for more here in just the opening frame of the game. Here's the payoff pitch. That'll miss to Sandoval, who displays some rare patience that time. It's ball 4.
Some guys take a little time to find the zone, but with the second walk of the first inning, it might be a little more than just settling in here. Not sure how long of a leash they'll give him, but they're not going to let him walk the world out there.
Now at the plate, Kike Hernandez. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been, as they'll strand the bases loaded. The side is retired. Astros digging in for his second at-bat. Victor Kang has got an opportunity here in a bases-loaded situation and seems like the right man for the job.
I'd say so. He's the team leader in RBIs. Time for the right man in the right spot.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Moving under it, Ho. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. Next up for the A's, Marcus Semien. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's game. A pause, and the 0-2. Grounded to the right. And that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, there's a case, not that bad of a pitch, 0-2 D-roll, but something he'd like to get down and bury in the strike zone, no doubt about it.
Yeah, ground ball with eyes right there. Nice job by the offensive player, just to battle. 0-2's a tough spot to be in. He battled.
So striding in, Billy Burns, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Comes set with the 0-1. Lowly hit to first. I don't think they can get. There's one, but no real shot at 2, as he's safe easily at first. So digging in now, Josh Rutledge, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. On the ground is short. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first, and he really paid the price at second base, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. Your basic 6-4-3 will get him out of danger. More baseball from Minute Maid Park right after this. Striding in for Oakland, Stephen Vogt. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Hey, plays it 2. Let's roll it up.
On its tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. We'll see Nick Markakis when
Hey, get your pitch
ready once again. Victor Kang. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Missed with a slider. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And a relay home, and they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
With that hard double, you get a glimpse to see why this guy is a legitimate MVP candidate this season. Whenever he gets a chance to produce, he seems like he takes advantage of it. Great example there.
Now the 0-1. And this is yanked hard down the left field line. And that's a fair ball heading for the scoreboard near the Crawford boxes. The relay to second now, but he's safe as a run will score on the play as well.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball, so when he got the changeup, he was way out in front of it, but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
Here's Chris Davis now. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out. So striding forward now, Danny Valencia. He singled his last time up.
Hey, let's turn 2, huh?
Ready on 0-2. Now attempt here. Only play will be to the pitcher covering, and the runners are able to move up. In now, Victor Kang will try and get something started in the home half of the 7th. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Cole on the move. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. So a big moment here, and standing in, Peter Almanza. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. Now, attempt here. Throw goes to first here, so it works just as they drew it up. And now the possible tying run is in scoring. Digging in, Victor Kang. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest.
Let it fly now. Hey, no one better here.
Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1.
Right here, he's looking to get himself into a good hitter's count so he can take a rip and maybe give his team the lead. He certainly has the power.
Hit sharply on the ground. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out. But meanwhile, the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
And he just keeps on going and going. That's save number 35 for the season. And he's proven to be as reliable as anyone in the game.
A 1-run finish, an 8-7 game tonight. The Houston Astros came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. First open of the year 2000. We're live in Dallas Keuchel, a left-hander out of Oklahoma, will be on the mound. What's your take on him, Dan?
Dallas Keuchel is a complete pitcher. He's kind of a throwback to a Jimmy Key kind of pitcher, a Tom Glavine type, not throwing 89 to 91 miles an hour with sink. Has the curveball, has the slider, and the straight changeup. What makes Dallas Keuchel so good, he'll throw all 4 of his pitches at any point in the count.
And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Danny, any thoughts?
You know, I can't wait to see if Stephen Vogt can keep it going. He doesn't let the pressure moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops in front of him. He plays like the Zen man.
I don't know what side of the fence.
Stepping into the box, Victor Kang. He's currently 9th in the American League batting race entering play.
Let's go right here.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. No balls and a strike to count. And Dan Dero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They come into this one off a loss that finally snapped what was a long winning streak.
Matty, this team is oozing confidence right now. They were playing well coming into this game. And what do? Right out of the chute, top of the first, throw a 3 spot up on the board. They got the opposition on their heels.
Now had him lunging there as he's just able to tap it foul at home plate. Check to swing there and pops this one up. And Rutledge will look this one in, and the inning is over. Into the box now, Peter Almanza. He reached on a single in his first try. The 1-1. Push to the right side, but an easy play there at first as that becomes the first out of the inning.
Time for a look at the Houston Astros on D.
Here's Chris Davis now. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. The 1-2. Hard hit ball to second, right to him. One there, relay to first in time, and just like that, this side. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Victor Kang. First offering on its way. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. Astros still have yet to tally their first hit in this one.
All right, come on now. One time. Let it fly.
A ball and a strike to count to the Astros first baseman. Line drive to center field. And there's the first hit of the game for Houston.
Dan, how frustrating is that right there? You execute your spot, keep the ball down below the zone, and the hitter's still able to execute and drive it up the middle.
You know, that's one of the things, Mark, as a pitcher, you're taught to work down in the zone. You're not always going to have the ball hit to one of your fielders, but if you consistently keep the ball down in the zone, good things will happen.
This one skied out toward right. Garcia has a read on it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Stepping up now, Kike Hernandez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. From the belt, kicks and deals. Down the third baseline. Fielded cleanly. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Astros ready for another shot now. Victor Kang. He singled his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sliced hard on the ground. Fielded by Rutledge. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as the side is retired. So they score 4 times on 4 base hits. No. Striding in once again, Todd Cole. It's been a nice game for him. 3 hits, including a homer to this point.
Hey, one down, one down.
Ground down the first baseline. There's one. On to first, not in time, as the umpire was right there to make the call. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Victor Kang. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's set. Here it comes. Up around the face. Hernandez on second. Correa at first. 1 gone. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
And it's fouled away.
Hey, see it deep and dry. What do you say?
Slider can't find the zone here, and he's behind now 3-1.
Well, tying run on deck. He should get something really good to hit right here in a 3-1 count. I'd be sitting on a fastball middle in.
He's behind on the swing there, and the count moves to 3-2.
Come on, kid. See and drop.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Boy, not close again. His 3rd walk of the inning as that misses for ball 4.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Big guy, get your pitch right here.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. Barehanded for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Peter Almanza. He'll try to build on an already great game. He's 3 for 5 so far in this one. Grounded to first. Kang ranges to his right, and he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Standing in, Victor Kang. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hard hit ball to second. On to first, and it's in time as they're fine. Yeah, beautiful look there at the downtown.
Wow, that was a fun one to watch. A great game for guys with the sticks, but for pitchers, not so much. A classic slugfest, and they walk away on top in the end.
12-10 is the final score in this one. The Athletics rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Bruno Samuels earns win number 7 on the season. Sean Doolittle records the save, his 30th. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the American League's Houston Astros. Martin Perez will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, one of the things this guy does really well, neutralize the left-handed hitters. On the season, lefties are hitting under 250 against this guy, so whatever he's doing against lefties, it certainly works.
And fellas, you take a look at this Rangers team entering play here tonight. They've been mired in a team-wide slump of late, as with the loss last time out, they've now dropped 8 of their last 9 decisions.
Yeah, Matty V, and you know what, D-Roll, this is when you really get tested. They call it the dog days of August for a reason. When you're struggling like this team is right now, the games get long, the schedule gets long, and you start looking forward towards the end of the season.
Yeah, but you got to...
And meanwhile now, here's a drive out to right center. And this ball is going to clear the wall. It's a home run. Solo shot to right center. Number 26 for him on the season. And the Astros take a 1-0 lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Next to bat will be the Texas cleanup hitter, Mitch Moreland. He drove in one of his team's 2 runs in yesterday's game. Grounded sharply, but right at that loaded side of the infield. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Hey, some guys look out there, Dan, they don't care. They can't execute the ball the other way. It's not that easy. They're going to hit it as hard as they can right into the shift and let the chips fall where they may.
You know, it's hard, D-Roll, when you've come up all the way through high school, little league, college ball, and the minor leagues, and you're used to pulling the ball. That's the type of hitter you are. Some of these hitters are going to have to try to make some changes. Exaggerated shifts.
The second for 1. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
Here's Joey Gallo now.
And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. To third, this could be 2. Reined in. 1 there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Striding in, Victor Kang. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat, that was a changeup he hit for a home run. I'm going to see if this time they don't go to more fastballs and curveballs.
See it, drive it, let's go, kid.
Strike him out.
50th pitch of the game on its way. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. A leap, but he can't rein it in. It's off the wall. The relay throw won't get him.
Well, when you're hitting the ball as well as he is, every time you swing the bat, you're thinking the ball's leaving the ballpark. He had a home run last time, and he almost had another one here. Nothing wrong with a double off the wall, though.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Odor is up with it, and indeed he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score. Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
And get your pitch up there. Let's go, kid.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. This is line to left. Base hit, and that'll get a run in. He'll come home with it. And he will beat the tag. Safe at the plate. Victor Kang will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling.
Hey, get you a good one up there, huh?
First pitch of the at-bat. And he takes ball one.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball. Dan, with that single, he's now 3/4 of the way to hitting for the cycle. Toughest one still on the shelf, though. He's got to get a triple.
Yeah, that's, you said it, D-Row. That's one of those that's either got to hit right down the line or one of those tweeners in the gap. He has enough speed, so if he can find a gap or find one down the line, maybe he can do it, and he was going to at least get one more at bat in this one.
Now we'll step off and fire to the bag. And he'll dive back in. Kang stands at first with 1 out.
Hey, your pitch. Drive it deep, huh? Here you go.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Moving under it, Casilla. And that's the second out of the inning. Now in the box, Nick Markakis. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch pulled toward right center field. Chu has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1 left for Houston, but they're in front 4. Here's Rougned Odor now. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game.
Here
we go, one.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. There's 1. But they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. So here's the cleanup hitter, Victor Kang, and he's got a shot at history here, but he'll need a triple to complete the cycle. First offering on its way. And a whiff at a good slider that time. With this one almost in books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Now the 1-1 pitch is strike 2 swinging.
You know what, Matty? I think it's so tough for a lefty to stay tucked on that slider, to keep his front shoulder in and be able to recognize it and not get beat with the fastball.
Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protection. Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
This evening's game comes to an end 5-4, the final tally. Houston took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Doug Fister gets to double digits with his 10th win of the year. MLB The Show has baseball from the Lone Star State as we get a look inside Globe Life Park. Tim Erasmus will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Kind of a strange outing in his last one, Matt. Was able to pitch into the 6th inning, wasn't able to complete the inning. It kind of got away from him in the 6th. It'll be interesting, Matt, to see how he bounces back in this one.
First pitch of the at-bat. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Casilla sprinting after it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Time for a look at the Rangers on D.
Shin-Soo Choo at the plate now as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Right fielder, Shin-Soo Choo.
Not surprisingly here, this is on the side. And they'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out. Next up for the Stros, Victor Kang. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And he misses again, 2-0.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Now the 2-1. Hit sharply on the ground. Adur is there. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. Digging in once again, Victor Kang. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch on its way. Look out over near the on deck circle as he whistles this one fouled off to the left. This is line to left. Casilla is there and he makes the catch for the out. Here's Elvis Andrus now. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though the best result they could hope for, he's not a long ball threat, and he knows it. So he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
And he is in there.
He's safe.
So you can mark that one down as an E5, and I'd bet he'd like to have that one over. Now at the plate, Victor Kang, 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
Come on, big guy. See it up. Drive it right back up the box. Let's go.
Hard on the ground towards short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Astro at the plate, Victor Kang.
Victor Kang.
Hey, clutch up. Your turn right here.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Hernandez at second. Correa is over at first with 1 away. That's lifted the other way out to left. Casilla is in pursuit, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
And this evening's contest comes to a close, 5-3 the final. The Houston Astros get their 30th win on the